Blessings, everybody. There's something that's on my mind, and it's dealing with the misuse of words. And one of the most misused words that I want to talk about is the word racist. That's one of the most misused words around the world. And I just want to take a little bit of time out to talk about it because it's misused and perceived to be a bad thing. And maybe I can help some of you get a better understanding of the word. Since most people don't take the time out to go and read the definition behind many of the words that they use. So, let's talk about it. The word racist is really not a bad word. The definition is like it's not a bad meaning. The real meaning of the word racist, it just simply means that you are for your own people first, meaning your own nation of people, the bloodline of people that you come from. You put them above all other people, as in making sure they are taken care of first and that they can get ahead first. So the system that you create is ultimately made for your own people so that they can get ahead. But in also meaning that you are also for all people, but just simply for your own first. And if you go into a deeper meaning, it's also talking about the different human races, in which there are technically different human races. If you know your history and you're up on your information, like for instance, we take white people. We know that white people DNA is mixed with the Neanderthal DNA, which actually makes them a different human race. So really, when you're using the word racist, it's really actually referring to the different human races that's actually upon planet Earth that many don't know that's here, because they think we're all just one human race because we all are similar in appearance. But it's actually farther from the truth. The actual word that people should replace with the word racist should be, are you a nationalist? Because a nationalist would mean that you are for your own nation first, get them ahead first. But yet you are for all other people, but the system is ultimately built to get your people ahead first. It's like, for instance, let's say if your people were suffering in the land, would you go help somebody else first or help your people first? If you're smart, you're going to say you're going to help your people first, and then after your people get straight, then you would go and help them. Let's use the analogy of your child. If your child was hungry, would you go off and run and help try to feed somebody else's children, or make sure your own children have something to eat first and make sure they're set so that every day for the next month, year, however long, they can always eat? You're going to make sure they're straight first before any other children that you go and help, because that's home. That's the kind of, that's the concept I'm trying to give you to be able to see the light with the word racist. It's not a bad word. What you should be actually worried about is prejudiced people inside of their racist system. Those are the ones who actually are against you and want to keep you down. They are not for all people, because they are prejudiced just because you are another nation of people. And they would do anything to get you out the picture. And that includes murdering you, as you see is what's going on today. So that's actually the difference between a racist person and a prejudiced person. It's not racist people that you have to worry about. It's prejudiced people inside of the created racist system. Them the ones you have to worry about. So in other words, look, when we start to get ahead, it's going to be because we created our own system that's made for our own people to get ahead first before the other people, which is how it's supposed to be, because you're supposed to be for your own nation first. How can you not be for your own people first and then try to claim that you're for all people? That doesn't even make sense. You look stupid saying that. And everywhere you go on this planet, everywhere on planet Earth, they have a system of racism. You go to China, that's their own system of racism. It's made for their people first. Soon as you go inside of that country, and their nation of people, which are their bloodline people who live in that country, that borderland, that the system is actually made for their people first to get ahead before you, even if you move there. It doesn't mean that you can't do good in their system, but ultimately it's created for their people. And that's what any country that you go to is for their people first. And that's how it's supposed to be, because you take care of home first. That's what a racist is. So you have to quit taking that word out of context and misusing it against people. And people always be so quick to say, are you a racist? Or some always quick to say, I'm not a racist. But you are a racist if you're for your own people first. It doesn't mean that you're not for all people. But you should be worried about it if somebody calls you prejudiced. Or if you're prejudiced, then you're the problem. So that's what I wanted to talk about. And we have to be careful with the words that we use. It's irritating sometimes when I keep seeing people misuse that word. The first thing to come out of their mouth, oh, you a racist. As if it's a bad thing because they're racist. It's not a bad thing that they're racist. You should be worried about whether they're prejudiced or not. Then you have a problem. That's the person that's going to be actually against you. So hopefully, maybe that gave you a better understanding of the word. And I would encourage you all to go look it up, read it, get the true definition of it. And not just that word, but many of the words you use. You know, it's important that we understand the power of the meaning behind the words that we use. Okay? And blessing to you all. Have a great day.